Welcome back to the 12th episode of a close combat last stand Arnhem playthrough in the Grand Campaign with the Germans on elite difficulty. The first battle here on second turn of the whole campaign is going to be against these armored corps here in Valkenswaard. We don't have much to hold them with. We've held them up one day. I think that's a limit. Then we can maybe hold them a bit in Eindhoven after that. But one day holding them up, that's just really that's the limit for now. We can't. I really don't think we're gonna hold them one more day. But that being said, we have a few teams here and there that we can move around the map. Now, I'm thinking maybe we can move Grabner over here, right? Because there is like a shield. Like a lot of defensive units around Nijmegen Bridge. So we don't necessarily need Grabner to be on Nijmegen Bridge right now, but we shouldn't go too far. The thing is, I'm hoping we can get into a meeting engagement around Beek and maybe wipe out one of the allied units if they don't go for Nijmegen. Because there's one unit here, I believe, and if they go up to Beek, then we have a chance to maybe actually fight them and take them out. Well, if they go there, we'll definitely fight them. And maybe we'll take them out. We got Spindler here with his SS units. Not many, but at least some. Thing is, I don't think we want to go to Arnhem Heights with him. It's likely that these guys will go for Arnhem Heights. And yeah, what I'm gonna do is simply move to West Arnhem and we'll kind of take it from there. I don't want a meeting engagement with Spindler. I want to maybe try to relieve these guys holding the bridge here, if that's even going to be possible. And if it isn't, then, well, we'll see. We need to hold on the bridge for one more turn, which would have been easier if we didn't make a few, one blunder with placement of the machine gun team when we fought there, but that's, oh well, it's in the past now, not much to do. We could send Harder into Arnhem Heights so to maybe get into a meeting engagement, but I mean Harder as well doesn't really have a lot, you know. It's, do we want to fight 15 or 12 dudes? Well, we managed in a defensive effort to fend off 15 with 6, so maybe 12 with 5 is doable. Although meeting engagement is different. Actually, let's rethink this a little bit. Cancel that attack, and we'll move Spindler in here. And we'll cancel this move, because I want Spindler to be the battle group that takes charge here. And that will then maybe make it 7 versus 12. So maybe, but then we are just kind of giving away this bridge here. And I don't want to do that, so okay, we don't do that. We go here. I wonder if we could merge these two battle groups together though, and have them form up to a better battle group, like with the ability to field more units. I'm not sure. Either way, we're gonna hit execute and see what happens. Okay, they're just staying on Johanna Hove farm. That's nice. Then we can maybe hold Arnhem Heights, although there's not a lot of buildings or anything there. Maybe we can put up a defensive effort, we'll just have to see. Yeah, well, it's gonna be nice when we get more battle groups in on the action here, but that time hasn't come. We are getting a meeting engagement here, beautiful. And the reason that's beautiful is because this is a mechanized unit, a mechanized battle group. So they should struggle somewhat with that. But there's many fights to go before we're fighting there. And the allies have now decided to attack Veghel. So I sent one group back to do that, and we are now fighting the remaining group in St. Odenrode. I guess they completed their task by opening up the northern deployment zone here, and now that this is unlocked for them, well, I guess it's gonna be as it is. Either way, Valkenswaard, here we come. I have a plan, and it's probably not gonna work. We have one single-use Panzerfaust 30 with a max range of, or max effective range of 30 meters. Only one. So, yeah, this is not going to be easy. I can tell you that much. They can even deploy units in the city here, which is unfortunate. We might need to set up to kinda just aim down there immediately. And my strategy here is, we're probably gonna lose everything. They're gonna take everything. We cannot hold it. No way. No way in hell. Except maybe we can hold the church. I forgot to set up the enemy units, but I mean, we already fought them, so they lost one unit. It's been replaced with something, and they're still gonna have a fuck ton of tanks, so it shouldn't really be a problem. What kind of range are we talking here? The distances are quite immense. I just want this guy, or this team, here on ambush. Ready to, if there's a tank deployed here, I want them to just blast it, basically. And, well, we'll put the airsats trupp in. Like, I don't even want to fight with them. I don't even want to do that. We're gonna put them here, maybe one of them. And the other guys, where are they? I don't see them. Ah, here. Okay. And I think we'll just put these guys in here, like in positions where it's unlikely they'll have to deal with enemy tanks. Well, straight off the bat, we can maybe actually be aiming in this direction in a useful manner. Now, I can't put them up in a church, because it's like, these guys are safe from the south in the church, I assume. If I put more people in here, enemy tanks can be here, and they can blast them. So, let's begin. Okay, doesn't look like they have anything particularly dangerous here. Let's sneak the MG team in here for spotting and see what's coming up. There's an incoming tank. Maybe they just try to push through to the Eindhoven checkpoint this time as well. Let's put them on ambush here. And put these guys in ambush. So yeah, the LSA showman right there, and very little we can do about it. Had we played on the easiest difficulty, we would have several anti-tank guns and tank destroyers to fight them with, but since we don't, we had two teams with one Panzerfaust in them each, and one of those teams are gone because they were insane Mongoloids and just fucking rushed. Like, they could just shoot with the Panzerfaust, but opted not to, and instead just charged in and died against a armored vehicle. Okay, we got a blend group coming in. This is the same battle group that I fought last time, I think. They seem to have the same kind of equipment. The Stuart's coming in here. It's probably gonna rush pretty heavily. And I'm gonna sneak these guys into the church. Right, they're just gonna be inside the church. They're gonna be on the victory location, and they're gonna hold it. My plan here is to hold this victory location for 20 minutes and try to delay these armored cores for another day. That is the entirety of my plan. That's my only hope. We need to hold one victory location, and we're certainly not going to be able to hold these that are out in the open street. In here, we have the benefit of them not being able to send their tanks in. And I'm also hoping not being able to, yeah, kind of shoot through the windows or whatever, if we're just like deep enough into the church. And then we can set up here and hold against enemy infantry. That's the plan. It might work. It's going to take 20 minutes, but it might work. And if it works, we're delaying the enemy arm or the allied armors units for quite a while. And I would like to do that. I would like to do that for quite a while if I can. Let's put these guys on ambush here. Can you not be outside, please? There's a building here with cover and all the good stuff. I'm thinking the Stuart might come rolling up here, and it's not the most valuable thing to destroy, but it's better to destroy the Stuart than nothing with the one Panzerfaust we have, so we can maybe launch it at the Stuart if it crosses here, and then we can just have the Panzerfaust team move in here as well to have another couple of rifles to fight with. Should they miss the Stuart, because last time they missed what they were shooting at, I believe this is the crater that remains after the missed shot. Well, should they miss, they're probably gonna die. So, yeah, just putting that out there. Okay, here comes the Sherman, actually. I would much prefer to get a Sherman rather than a Stuart with the Panzerfaust, but we'll just have to see. Yeah. Imagine if we had a Panzerfaust here right now, that would be nice. Or a Panzerjäger group. Yeah, send your Shermans in. Please, I hope these guys don't get spotted. It's outside of range, but they're moving in things here, so... At the rate it's going here right now, it looks like we might fire at one of these things, and then after that shot has been fired, it's game over for these two guys. But whatever comes by here first, within range, we will definitely launch our Panzerfaust at. And tanks cannot take the church, so my hope is, as I've stated already, that we'll hold the church. Wait, why are they turning like this? Have they seen some of our guys? No. Dude, the AI knows. They know I'm in there. They have no way to know I'm in there, but just because I'm playing against my computer, on my computer knows what I'm doing. So, yeah. I mean, what is this? Why would they point both these tanks at the church? They just roll in here, up to the church, and just point at the church. Why? What the fuck? I mean, 25% of the time has passed, so another 15 minutes. Might be able to hold them. Shit, we might be able to hold several times though if the infantry is unable to take the church away from us. Just kind of hoping these guys will roll up a bit further, but I guess they know that we have the Panzerfaust team here, so maybe they don't want to do that. Well, either way, we're just gonna sit there and we're gonna watch this until something happens. I know, it's not very interesting. The more interesting fights that we can take care are the ones where we actually are, where we're actually in control of battle groups, or the Kampfgruppe, Gruppen. Because there we have some options. We can also field more, better units, better training, better morale, better equipment, just better in every way. So the only problem is that our battle groups are very depleted. Something which I hope we can remedy as the campaign progresses. I really need to try to not lose any Kampfgruppen, as that would be somewhat disastrous. Oh no, don't go with the infantry first. Scout group coming in here. Okay, well, I'm gonna blast them if they get in here for sure. What the fuck, now they see these guys? Fucking hell. Oh, can we get out of here? Fuck my life. Please, please get out of there. Please. Fuck. Goddamn scout group. Well, there goes our anti-tank capabilities. And they're just shooting a little bit extra to make sure that the corpses are looking like Swiss cheese. How nice. Well, I mean, if the AI had half a brain, which of course it doesn't, it could send armored units around here and hit me in the back. But I think maybe they won't. I'm hoping they won't. Either way, they're going to have a hard time taking the church. And we are going to have an absolute zero chance of taking out any of their armor. But if we can cling on to the church, we might be able to hold this for a while. Who knows? Maybe if they get a tank all the way up to the wall here, they can shoot in and hit my guys. Not sure, so I really hope they don't even try that. The bad thing is that these teams are likely to break if things get too intense, so... Oh. Okay, maybe the AI has half a brain after all. Oh no. I mean, this is just disrespectful. This is people's graves. You're just gonna go ahead and run them over? Honestly. Well, we're gonna cling on to hope, and we're gonna cling on to the church, so let's see what happens. It might not be much. I know for a fact they have at least 5 infantry units with them, so it's not like they can't attack the church. And maybe if we actually do manage to hold this, we should switch over some of the units from armored to infantry to give them a better chance to take the church. But if we do kind of drop the battle point value a bit. Okay. Some infantry over here apparently. We've taken a victory location. Okay, so they took it away from us for a second though. Or maybe they contested it for a second. But yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for more infantry to come in. I mean, this might be a bit cheesy to hold up in a church like this, but it doesn't seem entirely like an unrealistic thing to happen, you know? Seems like something that could happen, like they would hold up in a fortified building somewhere and the Allies would struggle to take them out for a while. This has probably happened several times in history, so I don't think we're like out of line doing this. I'm just trying to secure this area in any way I can, and playing against the AI, it might actually work. Playing against the player, it certainly wouldn't work. Unless I got extremely lucky. It does seem like we have several infantry units in here. We're taking some of them out, or at least doing some damage to them. Exactly what are we up against though? Just says infantry. Oh, we have an infantry unit there, and one here. So if we can sneak this air shots... I didn't even want them to go to this fucking wall. Why are they going there? I just wanted them not hiding in this room here, and actually be able to fight. So, I don't know, call back, get safe, and don't expose to this freaking church spire. We don't need to expose to that. Yeah, you're gonna take a lot of freaking grenades now because you're idiots. You just... like... The whole operation went the bridge too far here for the Allies, but they just went the room too far. I just want them to be able to shoot at stuff that comes into the church. Because, you know, okay, well, I mean, these guys are running over graves, but we are the ones hiding in the church to begin with. I think there's some, like, unwritten rules about, like, bringing weaponry into a church and whatnot. At least there were, way back in the days. It's, like, unethical. In some way. But I mean, we're past the halfway point, and they haven't really made a decisive effort at engaging us, and they haven't even bothered taking Marktstraat or the 2 Eindhoven victory locations. So I'm seeing us cheesing this church quite a bit. It could happen. We could do it. Oh, they're in here and contesting it right now? How? But if they take these 2 and are contesting this, no, they need to fully capture it. They need to fully capture it, I think. Otherwise, it's not going to give us that 2-minute countdown warning. If it does give us that, we can just call forward with one of our ersatz teams, I suppose. But I think it needs to be fully captured for that to engage. Yeah, the ammo's kind of flying away here. Literally. They're seeing things I'm not seeing, that's for sure. They're seeing things I'm not seeing. Okay, it wasn't even a pun, it was just terrible. I know. I mean, I'm bored, kinda, because this isn't super interesting to fight these battles right here. Not trying to discredit my own, you know, playthrough here by it's boring saying that kind of thing, but this isn't super exciting. I prefer the battle group fights. not these bodenständige Einheit things. Particularly when my bodenständige Einheits are so freaking underpowered compared to if you running on easier difficulties. What's this guy doing? He's deserting. That's great. Okay. Well, these men are of extremely trash quality, so just, yeah, go out there and get murdered. At least we get some intel. There's several MGs up here. So, oh no, it was the tank shooting at them as well. But we got at least 2 infantry teams there. Oh, these guys are also starting to think about deserting. Where are these guys shooting from? One guy routed. Dude, no, what are you fucking doing? Get an ambush, you idiots! If there's one thing to suicide, it's running out there to the tanks. These fucking idiots. Yeah, he fucking said it. Feigling, for sure. Oh my god. Alright, LSA's troops surrendered. They both surrendered. Are you shitting me? I hope the MG team can hold for another 6 minutes. Oh, they look like they're trying to fucking give up as well. Please don't. Can you just please not? Where's the shooting coming from? There's like one guy shooting at them, and they're just all surrendering. Is it over there? I don't know. I can't really blind fire too much though. We don't have that much ammo. We might need to brace ourselves for an incoming infantry push or something. Ah, there we go. We got friendlies in that area? No, we certainly don't. Shoot them. Not friendlies, they're surrendering pieces of trash. I mean, by all means, surrender. Like, if you're in war, if you think it's a good call to surrender for you personally, go for it. Right? I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying this is really fucking annoying that these guys are doing it. And I'm not trying to say anyone has surrendered in war is a coward or anything. Sometimes it's just the best chance you have to survive, basically. And, you know, what's more important to you? The pride of your nation and your commanders, or your own life? Personally, for me, I would say my own life. I don't give a shit about what other, like, fuck these other people. Like, some guy with a career looking for prestige, putting my line on the life to acquire that shit? Fuck no. Fucking hell no. I am strongly opposed to that, I could tell you. But yeah, got another 4.5 minutes left to hold this, so yeah, hopefully we can. It's unlikely that we'll be holding this for another day, though. I hope we hold it this time here, and then next time around, yeah. I mean, seriously, if they didn't surrender, it's just we've lost so many people capable of fighting the enemy and holding the church just because, I don't know, if we had the command team still here, they probably would have had higher morale from being in this, like this aura range of the command team. They have like a circle around them, and within that circle you get like morale boost or something on teams around. I'm not sure exactly what the effects are, but they do help weaker teams maintain morale and not break so easily. So had the commanders over here fighting this vehicle not decided to not use the Panzerfaust, but instead rush into a machine gun on an armored car that they can't hurt in any other way than with the Panzerfaust, then maybe we'd still have them with us, sir. But they decided just suicide like that, so what can I say? What can I do? You know, I mean, this is what do you call them, like ice and air battalions, these Bodenständige Einheits. It's basically just you know, they're basically just here to report if hey, there's enemy movement here and there, and now they are having to take the fight on instead. So this is basically not the best men that Germany has to offer at this point in the war. Really, what are the best men Germany has to offer? Like, the best of the best have probably already died on the front line. And then the wealthy prevail, because they don't have to go and fight on the front line or have their kids go fight on the front line, and they can just propagate their goddamn bloodlines. Fucking... Well, we're not going to get into that kind of stuff right now. That's a bit political, maybe. Not even political, but it's just... The world is unjust. Wealth can buy scumbags privileges that they don't deserve, basically. That's what I'm getting at. Like, you got all these, like, wealthy people doing philanthropy. Like, for instance, they're supporting this charity or that charity. But that gives them tax write-offs, and they probably have a finger in that charity anyway, so that the money that they donate to get a tax relief also just pretty much goes back to them in one way or another. There's a lot of this shit in the world, but what are you gonna do about it? Right, I mean, you could argue, and it's a good argument I think, that World War II couldn't really happen the way that it did, had it not been for greedy, conspiring American banksters that lended Hitler money. They lended a lot of money to Germany, helping them quite substantially to build up the war machine. Who did that again, did I say? American bankers. You know? And so, these bankers, they make money off Germany, because Hitler, you know, and his Nazi Germany takes loan, but they need to repay that loan after the war still. They need to repay that shit. And that loan allowed them to fight the war in the first place in many ways. And after the war, so many nations need to take up loans to rebuild after the war that these banks helped create. Right? And then, you know, so it's like, create a war, make money doing that, and then afterwards make money fixing what happened during the war. It's basically part of World War II. Like, you look it up if you want. I don't know the specifics. It's been a long while since I checked these things out. But this is quite common. When they overthrew Gaddafi, for instance, just interesting thing that the first priority for these, like, rebels, right? Rebels. I guess they were, I don't fucking know. But just interesting. Like, because Gaddafi's like, we're gonna use our new, fuck the petrodollar, we're gonna use the new gold dinar as our currency. And then it's like, suddenly they have to go in and invade. Like, Gaddafi's been doing shit for decades. Like, he's been doing shit they should have a problem with for decades. But America didn't give a fuck until he said, we're gonna stop trading oil in dollar, we're gonna go with the gold dinar. Then suddenly it's like, oh no, human rights violations, blah blah blah, we're gonna have to go for you now. You know? And it's, oh man, this world that we live in, it is, the wrong people are in power. That's basically what I'm saying. The first thing they established, by the way, when they overthrew him, was a new central bank. Based on Western principles. So, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of shady shit there. There's a lot of shady shit in history in general. And this shady shit's going on every fucking day. But okay, I'm derailing a little bit. It's just, fucking hell, this world is fucked. And we're letting it be fucked. Because, you know, what can I do? What can you do? What can anyone do? Well, we can watch more Close Combat Last Stand Arnhem episodes while shit's going to hell around us. So let's do that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, I would appreciate it if you left a like on it, maybe even subscribe for some future content, if you haven't already. And that being said, well, you can catch me in the next one. And if you should, for some reason, find it in your heart to go and shoot Trump in the back of the head, I wouldn't hate you for it. Alright, have a good one.